Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report. Oh, it didn't give us the full screen then. Oh. Where was I? Oh, part of the Evergreen Podcast Network, show number 352 for Thursday, October 17th. Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Products studio.
Scott, we can't be halfway through October. Say it's not so.
I think we're past halfway.
Yeah, just a bit.
Oh, there's that. So anyways, we're on our third different streaming platform in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We think this one might stick.
We were pretty comfortable with the original one.
Yeah.
Last week was a struggle, and this
Last
one,
week was not a that one didn't work well. So we just said, screw that. We're going with a different system now. And I did talk to, who did I talk to?
I don't know.
It was Dean the other day.
Okay.
He was talking about the pricing, and there was, it was unmuted. There was, I went back to our old system, and they no longer list the prices unless you actually create an account and log in.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was trying to double check that. But anyway, so if you are watching us on Facebook, we can't, there's a Facebook security thing where all we see is Facebook user, unless you actually, there's a link, I'll put it in the comments here. We'll post this later too. That is talkstudio.com.streamlads.com/Facebook. If you click on that and you click authorize, then we'll be able to see your
you
name.
are.
Yeah, then instead of just Facebook, we can see your comments, what you put, but we just don't know who's saying it. Not that that's very important.
It
but
just says Facebook user on our end.
yeah, so like we see, hi everyone. Hi to you, Facebook user. Hi everyone there. Another one. Hi to you, Facebook user. So I wonder if we do this. This is what we see. There you go. Facebook user, just like that.
Okay.
So there is a link there. You don't have to click it tonight, but I mean, at some point, maybe if you're a regular viewer and you don't mind hiding your identity, then cool. And if not, you can hide behind your computer and make all kinds of comments, I suppose.
Oh, no. We saw a fair amount of that the last couple
we'll be
of
talking
weeks,
about that. Yeah. Tonight on the show, we're going to be talking with Flat Rock and Toledo Speedway champions Connor Zbozien, Kenyon Knight, Kyle Metdepenningen, Brad Turner, all going to be checking in. We're going to be giving away some Mazza Stonefire Pizza with how many?
You like saying Metdepenningen, don't you?
I practiced that. And then also we're going to be doing a recap of Fremont Speedway from last Friday. Very eventful Friday night at Toledo or at Fremont Speedway. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. Also tonight, we're going to debut a new segment because we're not doing the hashtag DCR like we have in the past. That's another thing the old platform used to do. But tonight, if you want to win one of the Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers courtesy of DCR Graphics, you just Dave Kemmer, he can't hide. See, he already did his. Thank you, Dave. I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, a new contest to win the DCR Graphics Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker is going to be called Easy Race Trivia. What we're going to do toward the end of the show, we're going to ask you an easy race trivia question.
Maybe it should be super easy race trivia.
It might be too easy race trivia. And the first three correct answers will be entered in our what's usually the Mazda's pizza wheel, and we'll spin to determine the winner from those first three guesses there. And that should work.
But that'll be for the sticker. It won't.
That'll be for the sticker.
But it won't be also for the Mazda's.
No, the pizza is going to be the regular, like we always do.
Okay,
same thing. So nothing changing there. Before we get to anything, I want to mention about the Hammer Down Clashes presented by Victory Fuel. Thanks again to all the sponsors helping out with that, especially Victory Fuel for putting up the most money to all those events. Were supposed to be 4, but ended up being 2, so that's cool.
Pretty cool.
And also, our thanks to A&S Auto Salvage and Repair and DCR Graphics for putting up the tech stickers there. Some other business to get to before we get to our racing roundup. Got to mention Dominator Race Products. They have what you need to be in the winner's circle. They have 30 years of experience to put you out front. Check out the Ultimate Brace Body Kits. Keeps it shape. You hit a lot, keeps it shape.
It's time.
I could have used that Friday night. I'm just saying. As well as Dominator Racing
I was supposed
Stools.
to apologize to you, too. I should have done that before the show, but that's okay.
Why? What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Well, then why do you got to apologize?
For somebody else.
Oh, we don't need to apologize for somebody. If it's the same somebody else I'm thinking of, he already came down and apologized.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, don't forget about the modified valance kits, plastic modified and late model rear spoilers and more. Order direct from Dominator Race Products or call 419-923-6970. Dominator Race Products are also available from your local reputable race shops. Don't forget to mention Hammer Down Racing Report when you contact Magic Moment Entertainment. You'll get $100 off, not 100%, $100 off your reception DJ service. Magic Moments Ron Burt works with contracts and carries liability insurance, never charges for mileage or dance floor lighting, and he covers the entire states. I should say, as long as you're within the states he covers, which includes Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Kentucky. So if you're in Australia, it's going to cost you a little bit there.
A tad more.
Yeah.
But it could be worth it.
Yeah. He's also been in business for 30 years. I didn't realize I got two sponsors back-to-back in business over 30 years there. Magic Moment takes pride in working closely with couples to make your special day perfect. Wedding receptions are Magic Moment's specialty, but they also do corporate events and mitzvahs. Call 419-594-2261 or find them on Facebook, Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Splits. Search either of those. Same guy, same Ron Burt. He's now booking for 2025, starting in June 2025 and beyond. And he hopes to have a new kidney sometime next month or December. Yeah. So even better for him. Contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racing photo needs, from action shots to victory lane. Custom print magnets, can koozies, tumblers, 8x10s for your sponsors. Calendars, 2025 calendars.
Ooh.
Yeah. Those are kind of cool because you get to customize them, whatever pictures you want on there. Call Charlie at 419-407-6994. And always remember, it's Freeze Frame Photos, special moments frozen in time. And the mouse over that. Other sponsors, DCR Graphics, Dippin' Motorsports, Oakshade Raceway, and, of course, Ron Miller Race Cars and Victory Fuel. Make sure to support them. Let's talk about some action from this past weekend, which should be this one right here.
Racing Roundup.
I like that. Fires immediately, so that's kind of nice. Fremont Speedway. Only thing that was really local over... as soon as I do that, though, everything unmutes. That's going to be kind of an issue there. Again, we're working out the bugs with the new system. Fremont Speedway Friday night, first time having late models there since last year. They don't get to run very, very often. Rusty Schlenk picking up an exciting win.
Was last year's show a late model, or was it a steel block show?
I think it was regular late models last year, wasn't it?
I don't remember. Dave,
I believe it was. But, Rusty Schlenk picking up a pretty exciting feature win there on Friday night. And then Sean Valeni getting the win in the Hammer Down Clash deal there in the truck. So it kind of worked out this year. We had a stock car with Conover winning on Sunday at Millstream, and then
in kind of neutral ground at Millstream.
Yeah, and a totally different race, different track from the week before.
Oh yeah.
Where should we start? Let's talk about the Schlink and Missler controversy. How's that? How about was there
a controversy?
Maybe
it kind of lit up the internet.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on social media, and check this out. Here's the pass for the lead as they're getting ready to come to take the white flag. Oh, and I should say also included is what comes after the checkered flag. So it's all in this clip here.
Schlink down to the inside. Missler with a lap car. Side by side into 3 and 4. They race to the white flag. Trading paint out of turn 4.
So then Missler kind of doors him there, and Rusty didn't like that, so he kind of tries to park in front of him there and kind of ran over the front of him. And then as Missler's coming back by, he kind of runs back over the front of Rusty. Lots to unpack there, I guess. I guess it stems from the pass for the lead. I mean, it looked like Ryan Missler got.
It was $5,000 to win. Kind of a season ending, at least for this area, and they were both racing for the same spot. As far as what went on the track, I didn't see anything horribly wrong.
No, it looked like two cars going for the same.
Two guys that were
same part of the race,
very motivated,
with a lapped car, kind of.
And that it appeared to
determining
me,
where they're going to go. They didn't have as many options.
It appeared as though the lap car may have moved down a little.
And he may have not known they were there or which way they were going.
They both got there quickly.
Yeah. So and without a shot like looking straight down the backstretch, it's hard to tell from any of the camera views that I've seen as far as who was left or right going down the backstretch, how much room there was and wasn't. But like you said, it overall it looked like it was just a racing.
And it was a damn good race.
And it was. It was very exciting.
It really was. And now to be fair with Ryan Missler, his Sunday morning on the front porch segment on his YouTube page, he was a little contrite and said he probably shouldn't have done it.
Done the post checkered flag.
Exactly.
Things, and he did mention the younger racers, and he probably could look up to him, which I thought was pretty respectful.
And he doesn't want younger racers to do stuff like that.
Yeah. So there was a lot of
internet chatter.
It was one of those things where I'm going scrolling through all the comments, and there's that one little animated GIF of Michael Jackson eating popcorn.
Oh yeah,
reading all the comments. That was me. So that was fun. And then I guess I was a little disappointed there was no tech for the Hammer Down Clash deal at Fremont. I don't know that anybody took advantage of that or not.
The tech guy was gone.
Okay.
From what I understand, every single one of the trucks was within the rules. I don't know of anybody that took any weight off because they were pretty comfortable with where they were.
Yeah.
Without making any changes. So, yeah.
Okay. There are a lot of carnage in the feature. A lot of carnage. It was like the exact opposite of what happened at Millstream. It was just a crash fest. And I saw some of the stuff. It was just, I don't know if there was a product of the track the way it was. It seemed like there was one fast groove right around the middle, but I mean, it was a fast track overall. And vehicles going all over the place.
And you managed to stay out of trouble all night. And
I had my own issues with my setup, and I got too loose and spun out at the end of my heat race. That was an eventful heat race. But I got turned sideways by a truck, and then under caution, another truck comes up and slams into the side of me, which I found out was your kid. And
yeah,
he said, "I was just trying to get my spot back. I didn't do it on purpose."
Yeah, well.
And that's when I was beside the other truck that was turning me sideways going, what's going on, guys? Why are the trucks beating me up? I don't understand. I felt very unwelcome.
Because you were an interloper.
I guess. Well, And I just hung around in the feature. I finished. That was the last car running on the track of the 6 that finished. So it was.
But you made the big bucks.
I think actually it was probably the most I've ever made, finishing 6th. I mean, actually ever made in finish.
Right.
Even with my wins, it was more. So I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good payout there. So.
And I'm pretty sure that in one form or another, those races will be back next year.
And hopefully Corey takes them over again.
They were pretty.
It's a lot of work.
They were pretty highly respected and pretty well thought of.
And I saw something. Corey McCoy is down teching at Eldora.
Eldora,
tonight,
yeah.
so
Maybe he found a niche there.
Maybe. Hopefully that doesn't mean he's not taking back over the Showdown series, the Hammer Down Clash, going back to the Showdown series. Anyways,
that'd be fine.
Got to move on here and do a few more results, and then we'll get to our first guest of the night. High Tech Speedway Toowoomba in Australia, Saturday night. Lockie McHugh was your sprint car winner. Kai Jensen in the pro sprint cars. Scott Farmer, no relation to
I don't
Rich.
think
I
so.
don't think, again, in the speed cars. Deanne Wilson, the compacts. Kubota High Limit Series all-in-one championship weekend at Texas Motor Speedway. Brad Sweet picking up the win Friday night. Brett Marks on Saturday. World of Outlaws, the Keystone Showdown at Lincoln Speedway. Donnie Schatz picking up the win there. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Brownstown Speedway. The rescheduled third annual C.J. Rayburn Memorial Friday night was won by Ricky Thornton Jr., and then the 45th annual Jackson 100 won by Mikey Marlar on Saturday there. NASCAR action over the weekend. Xfinity Series Sam Mayer picking up the win in the Drive for the Cure 250 in the Charlotte Roval, and Sunday Kyle Larson putting it in victory lane in the Bank of America Roval 400. And our Hammer Down Army results from the weekend. Greg Stillwell Jr. finishing 8th at Winchester in the CRA All-Stars.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him. John Young finishing 6th in the last chance qualifier race, and as I already mentioned, I finished 6th in the feature then. I had more fun in the last chance qualifier. That was fun.
Yeah.
I finished. I didn't. Nobody. There wasn't.
And
it wasn't violent. It was
and the
good racing.
35 truck.
Yeah, we got a Hammer Down hotline call about that coming up a
we?
little later. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So we can talk more about that. Ron Miller Race Cars in Lambertville, Michigan. Give them a call at 734-856-7223 for race cars, parts, oil,
Yep.
hose clamps, race sievers, oil filters. I think that's all I got at the moment. Safety equipment,
Springs.
service, other springs.
Throttle
Oh,
return
that's right.
springs.
I needed that too. Everything a racer needs, 734-856-7223. Again, that's Ron Miller Race Cars. Victory Fuel, the flavored electrolyte water that is free of artificial coloring, no caffeine, no carbonation, with a full load of electrolytes and 120% of your daily vitamins. It is the choice of many teams on race day to stay properly hydrated. Contact local sales representative Tanya Conley for track concessions and for business wholesale inquiries. Or you can order online, drinkvictory.com, and use discount code Conley Racing. I believe that's good for like 10% off, and it helps fund their team. I also got to mention Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race. Season is over, but the awards banquet, awards gathering, it's coming up. I believe that's the 23rd of November. It's on the website, oakshaderaceway.com. You can follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of those. And no swap meet this year.
And where is the gathering?
Scheduling. Same place it was last year at Fulton County Fairgrounds.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the building or the times. They're going to get back to me on that. So there you go. So how about we bring up our first guest here? Looks like Connor's got his camera off. Hopefully he's there. You there, Connor?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
Hey.
You're just hiding, huh?
Yeah, I don't have a camera to set up.
All right, that's fair. First off, congratulations, man, on a championship season.
Thank you, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So it kind of, I guess, was pretty exciting there toward the end of the season. You were second in points to Paul Pelletier entering championship nights, 10 points in arrears. How nerve-wracking was the week leading up to that final event, championship night?
I wouldn't say the week was too bad. I mean, you always have that thought in the back of your head and going into the race. Last year, I was leading going into it and lost it what ended up being the last race because the final race got rained out. But this time we were on the other side of things.
Yeah. Connor, I've been out of the loop for a while, but the car color and the number are pretty familiar with fans from a few years ago. What's the connection with the Dick Barker team?
Yeah, I'm thrilled to run the car. A couple of years ago, Dick Barker and Pat Moran asked me to drive their car, and we've been doing some pretty good things since, and we're getting to the rhythm, and I think we're going to do some great things yet.
So Dick is still very much involved.
Yep. We see him at the shop 2-3 times a week.
Oh, that's wonderful. Tell him Ron Miller said hi.
Will do.
So you won the championship night feature, and you got the championship by 10 points there. What's that championship mean to you to add your name to the list of late model champions there at Flat Rock Speedway? Some very big names.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I grew up watching these as a kid. I mean, we ended up winning at Toledo as well to top off the season. I couldn't have been happier. Couldn't have had a better way to finish off the season. My dad brought me to Toledo from what he says I was 2 years old since I've been watching these races, and it's an honor to drive these cars.
So how you mentioned watching some of these guys as a kid. Who are some of the guys that you watched while you were growing up?
Growing up, I was definitely watched a lot of Jay Summers races, and I was a big Michael Simcoe fan.
Okay. So how long have you been behind the wheel of that late model, and how did you end up getting there?
This car specifically 3 years now, but I've been running late models for about 6. Started at Flat Rock in the red number 10, and we ran there for 2 seasons. We made a start at Owasso and ran at Toledo once in the red car, and they asked me to drive it.
They asked you to drive it.
Yeah.
So what was your most memorable night this past season?
Definitely Toledo. Can't go wrong with that one.
Yeah. So what did you do prior to racing the 10 car?
Prior to that, I ran a sportsman late model up at Toledo Speedway.
Okay.
Won the championship there in 2018. And then going back before that, I ran quarter midgets for about 8 years. Picked up 21 championships.
Is that all?
No.
Jeez.
Did you make any quarter midget races down in Toledo or?
Yeah, I was down there quite a few times.
Okay. They had a go-kart race there last week, and
On the dirt, I think it was.
no, that was on the pavement.
Oh, you're right. I did see
They were
some
turning like 6-second laps or something. It was absolutely insane.
They're like little slot cars on that little track.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's what the quarter midgets, they ran on the same track.
Right.
About the times they were doing down there too.
Wow. So what's the most fun thing to drive? A late model, quarter midget, or something in between?
The most rhythmic car definitely would have been the quarter midgets because the laps take down so quick, and you got to be super consistent to be fast in those. But there's nothing like driving a late model. High horsepower, especially to like feel the way the car comes off the turn at Owasso. It's a blast to drive, but Toledo is nothing else. It's so fast.
So what are your opinions on Flat Rock repaving?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, I think we're going to see some quick times this next year. I think the cars have gotten faster. There's a lot more downforce. People have learned more about weight distribution. The shocks have come a long way. Yeah, I have no clue what we're going to see for times, but I'm excited to see.
So what do you have planned for next season? You going to be running the same car, going for the same championship again?
Yeah, same car. We're going to go for the championship at Flat Rock, try and make some more Reveal the Hammer or Owasso starts. And then I'd like to get a run going at either Kalamazoo or Berlin, maybe both.
Okay. What do you think of Owasso? I mean, we've heard so many good things and talked to Rex Wheeler about that and all the improvements he's been making up there.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge change from what it was a few years ago. It's the track's really fun to drive. It's one groove, which makes it a little hard to pass, but it's fun driving there. You know, there's good competition. It makes you up your game a little bit.
Okay, so definitely going to be defending your championship next year.
I hope so.
Hope so. At least trying to.
Yep, we're gonna give it a shot.
Awesome. Who would you say is going to be your biggest competition next year?
Paul Pelletier. He's been quick. He's ran a lot of races there, and he's always been quick. And then R.J. Cornett's come a long way the last few years. He started running these cars, and he was right there all season.
R.J. has really found his niche there.
Yeah, he went from the dirt side to the dark side, though. Ever thought about doing any dirt racing?
I'd love to. I've always thought about it, but the money, the time, the effort, it's hard to put together. But I'd love to drive a car on dirt. I mean, any kind of car, a late model, a micro, those would be a blast.
You and Kyle Larson.
There you go. Who are some of your racing idols?
My favorite NASCAR driver was definitely Kevin Harvick. Always loved watching him growing up. And then more at the local track, I really looked up to Blake Rowe and Eric Jones when I was younger.
Okay. I remember going to Flat Rock watching Joey Fair race all the time. I always liked, he was just smooth. He was probably a little before your time. I'm dating myself now.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
what
Joey
I've heard,
Fair,
though, is...
Joey Fair.
I'm sounding like Ron now.
Danny Bird, yeah.
Jeez. Well, want to thank or give a shout out to your sponsors and crew that helped you out this year.
Yeah, Pat Moran, Dick Barker, my dad, Mr. Palm, my grandpa, all the sponsors: Moran Chevrolet, McQuaid Heating and Cooling, Painter's Supply, PPG, Michigan Independent Door Company, and the Pleasure Zone.
The Pleasure Zone.
Uh-oh.
Dare I ask? Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Good, very good. The Snickers said everything we needed to know.
I'm scared. I'm scared to look that up, and it'll be my Google history. Me like. So, anyways, cool. It was great talking to you, and congratulations again on championship season there.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yep.
Thanks, Connor.
Good luck next year.
Thanks.
Yep. See ya. All right, let's move on to our next guest here. Got him lined up in the green room.
Well, that's pretty cool.
We have Kenyon Knight with his second consecutive street stock championship. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
What's the second? How does the second championship compare to the first? Is it just as special?
I'd say it's more special. The first one, we weren't planning on getting it. We didn't go into the season thinking like we're gonna end up champions. It just kind of happened. This one, we kind of knew what we had to do, and it was we had a goal set in mind, and it was special to be able to fulfill that goal. And it means something to me because I don't pass my dad in feature wins at Flat Rock, but I now pass him in championships.
There we go.
So that's pretty special for me.
So how many wins do you have to get to surpass him?
Well, he has 14 wins, and I have 3.
Got a ways to go.
Yeah, quite a bit.
You got some time. Was there anything you had to overcome this season? What was the biggest obstacle or setback that you had to overcome this year?
I'd have to say, the setup on the car, we were kind of messing with it all year. I mean, we came out first race and we had a pretty good setup. We were doing good, but I kept getting this weird feeling where, like, in the race, I just get super loose and, lose all my grip, feel like I'm driving on ice. So we had to battle with that pretty much the whole season. We kind of figured it out at the end, and a lot of it was just staying consistent, trying to get the little things like fast times and finishing well in the heat races. And a lot of that consistency was some stuff we battled with, but, we figured out our way.
So
we asked Connor early, what are your thoughts on the repaving of Flat Rock? Is it going to be a good deal or bad deal?
Honestly, I'm really enthusiastic about it. I am ready for it. The track record looks very nice. I'd like to see one of us break it in the street stocks. We got a lot of fast guys in the street stocks, and I'm fairly positive one of us is going to do it. It's the track record's been there since '99, and that was when they repaved the track the last time. So, it's looking nice. I think we can do it. We all just got
any predictions on what that new track record might be?
I don't know. The track record's a 12:96. My fastest lap was like a 13:24 or something last year. So
you're thinking 13:5 or 12:5, 12:6?
Ugh, that's like late model times. I don't know about all that. It's either going to be close or just right under the track record. It's going to be tough to beat.
Are you worried that you said you kind of got a handle on your setup toward the end of the season? Are you worried that is it going to be like starting all over with this new surface?
I mean, if anything, it's going to be better. We should theoretically get more grip, and where there's been talk about they're switching tires to a different tire. There's just a lot of factors that go into it. I'm not really worried about it. Worst case scenario is the car doesn't handle well, and I just got to drive it a little different. It's nothing that us drivers can't handle.
As an outsider, from 1999 till today, the cars have improved a lot. So I would certainly think with repaving, the track record should fall.
Ron's got some high expectations for you next season.
I really do.
No, I mean, we'll just have to see. I mean, we got a long winter ahead of us, so we got a lot of time to research and, rebuild and, make the car feel better.
Do they have a practice usually before the first night, right?
They do usually. There's been a lot of rumors, and I don't know what to believe. I've heard that they're not having those practices. I've heard that they're not allowing track rentals. There's a bunch of things I've heard. I have no idea what it's supposed to look like. Normally, they have 2, test and tune sessions, and well, I mean, we'll just have to see. We don't really know.
It'll be the same for everyone, whatever that policy is, right? So what? Back to your championship season. Is there a night that you'll remember more than that stands out among the rest from this past season?
I've actually got a few. The second race this year was probably like one of the most fun races. The ARCA cars were there, and ARCA East was there, so that was pretty nice. And I was battling for the lead on the outside. I didn't quite get the win, but it was still fun to have a nice battle on the outside. And probably also have to say the 100 lapper this year. It was pretty dramatic finish. Lots of hard racing going on, and incidents happen when you race hard. But
give us some details. What was this incident you speak of?
So we were just racing hard, and just some bumping going on, and things happen as you race hard. And us race car drivers always trying to win, and we're always fighting for the win. And sometimes it just turns out that way. But no,
he's not giving us any details. I don't know what happened. I want to know what happened now.
Basically, just I was on the outside trying to pass for the lead, and I couldn't quite get it done. I was just holding off for second, and last corner going into turn 3, I sailed it in there and gave the leader a bump, and leader ended up spinning out, and well, I didn't win. I finished second, but we had some words after, and I basically said, "Look, man, I hit you. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we were racing hard, just racing, isn't it? Nothing we can really do about it now. It was just lots of tension, but we got it all figured out.
So
and
that's all behind you now.
Yeah, we're good. But there's videos out there. I mean, you can always look at it.
You're back on his Christmas card list.
I don't know if I ever was.
So
but,
what?
it's all good,
Well, you'll have that, racing hard on the last lap. Stuff happens, as we just saw earlier. So what are your plans for next season? Going for the three-peat with the championships?
I would like to. There's only one other person at Flat Rock, or I believe only one other person at Flat Rock, Dan Ford Jr. He's the only person to ever do the 3 in a row in the street stocks. I would like to, but I'm not really, dead set on it. Did some other racing this after the Flat Rock season, and I want to move on to something else. So honestly, we're not worried about it. If we get a different opportunity to do some different racing, we're gonna go with it. I mean, but if we start off the year good and we're feeling like we can do it again, then we'll go for the championship. There's nothing really set in stone.
Where do you see yourself 3, 4, 5 years from now? Same thing, street stocks, or what are you hoping for?
Oh no, I mean, sportsman division at Owasso is pretty good. We were there this earlier September, and we took the street stock as a sportsman to Owasso, and it was fun. I'd like to get a sportsman at some point, some type of late model, and move up. Probably 5 years. Should be running late model somewhere.
That'd be cool.
How competitive was your street stock with the sportsman?
Oh, it wasn't that competitive. I mean, but we still ended up finishing 8th the first night, which was the weekend before Owasso Nationals. We finished 8th out of, I think, 17 cars.
That's okay.
A lot of it was just keeping my nose clean. I wasn't the fastest one out there by any means. I was probably the slowest. But by keeping my nose clean and not getting involved in anything, I was able to use that attrition and kind of keep that top 10-ish in the field. And then Owasso Nationals, we made more changes, and we did get faster. The fastest times were like 15.5s, and I was able to qualify with a 15.99, so right on the edge.
Yeah.
And that was really big for us with what we had. And I ended up starting last in the A main at Owasso Nationals. So I ended up finishing 8th there as well.
Busy season.
That's not bad.
Oh. What sponsors you want to give a shout out to, and any crew that helped you out this year?
Yeah, so I'd like to thank Matic Automotive and Ken's Golf Cart Sales and Service. I'd like to thank my dad, my mom, my brother Carson, and my girlfriend Caitlin, and then my 2 guys, Phil and Eddie. They're there for me every weekend. They're helping out and supporting, and I couldn't be more thankful for them.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your 2nd consecutive Street Stock Championship, and good luck next year.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Going for the three-peat.
There you go. All right.
We'll see.
All right. We'll see you.
All right.
Thanks.
There you go. Kenyon Knight, the Street Stock champion from this past year, Flat Rock Speedway. We have Kyle Metdepenningen standing by. We're going to get to him in just a moment. First, got to mention Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race season. I already said that, didn't I? We already did their commercial.
That's okay.
All I got is Dittman Motorsports, the official Hoosier Racing tire dealer, I should say, for Northwest Ohio. He's had parts trucks serving Fremont Speedway and Oakshade Raceway all year long. Now he's down racing at Eldora tonight. They got a big
and he was at
super stock race. Yeah. There was him and I was racing against Kyle Moore.
Yeah,
which he wins everything, but there's stuff happened and cars bounced off, trucks and cars bounced off each other, and there was Kyle Moore went high in the air, and I was right behind it. I thought that he was going over there for a minute, but anyway, if you need any kind of service, call Dittman Motorsports at 419-283-8580. Just don't call him tonight. He's probably little busy.
Might not answer.
Might not. And again, yeah, we're not doing the hashtag DCR tonight. We're doing there's going to be a new feature coming up a little bit later to win that Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker.
So don't go anywhere.
It's going to be what are we calling it? The super easy racing trivia game. Question thing. Yeah. The name's a work in progress still. But it'll be easy, and then we'll have the first 3 correct answers when we ask you the question. Then you can he won his heat race at Eldora. Ah, very cool. You can put, we're going to take the first 3 correct answers and then put them on the wheel and spin the wheel, and that'll determine the winner. So with that, how about we bring on our next guest, Mr.
Oh, Craig Dittman won his heat at Eldora.
That's what I just said.
Very good. Yeah.
Kyle Metdepenningen, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Congratulations on a track championship there. And this was the what is that called? The Factory Stock 500 series?
Yeah, Factory 500 is, I believe, what they called it.
Okay. So tell us, I guess, that last 100-lap championship feature, you're battling with your family there, Jeff and Race, and they were right behind you in points.
Yeah, that last race was pretty eventful. I had a pretty good lead going into it. I figured if I finished 5th or better, that I was going to win. And so I was just kind of riding, and I was riding behind my dad and my brother, and then kind of got caught up in some lap traffic, took a ride through the infield, and then I had to drive hard for the last 75 laps or so. So it was a good time, though. Was able to battle with, I believe, Brad Turner, who's next. Had a really good race with him in that last one, and got up on the wheel and got that 1, 2, 3 finish in that last race, which was a first for our family. That was really cool.
So, I mean, how cool is that? You got the top 3 spots and points as well. How cool is that?
It is awesome. I mean, it's a complete testament to just really what my father has built, Jeff. He puts a lot of time and effort into, he had 4 cars to work on this year with his street stock and then the 3 factory stock cars. And so just really, as his career is kind of winding down, he bought this other car to be able to race with my brother and I. And I think the best part was just kind of seeing the joy that it brought him. So that was really special. So
you have the bragging rights for the family. How much does that mean to you?
It feels pretty good, I put a little asterisk next to it because my brother had an amazing season. He won the first 3 of the races, and then unfortunately, leading the 4th race, he got caught up with some lap traffic and didn't finish, which put me in, just with the slight lead because I was, I didn't have any DNFs, so. That was cool. And then my dad just ran consistent too with the new car that he's trying to figure out. So I don't know. Yeah, it feels good for sure. I'll lay that on him.
And this was the first time for this series, what were we calling it? The
Factory 500.
Factory 500. So it's kind of like the factory stocks and enduros kind of combining that, if I understand correctly.
Correct. Yeah. The Enduro series used to be just the 250 laps, green, white, green, no caution flags. They'd throw a red if it was bad enough. So what they did this year to kind of shorten everything up, because the 250 laps were just starting to get a little long, was make it 100 lap races, which honestly made it incredible to just, you had to go with the 250 lap races. You could kind of ride around,
stay out of trouble.
Yep. Stay out of trouble, ride around a little bit, and then really push it the last 100 laps. With this, you got to go. You got to be up on the wheel. So
was there this year for this series, did you have caution flags, or was it just like the enduros where it's green?
Same rules with the 5 factory stock races. It was the green only, reds. Okay. It was full blow for 100 laps. It was good. It was great. I think it was an excellent decision by the racetrack.
So was any mind games going on between your family members there with top 3 of you in points as far as going into that last race?
No, I wouldn't say so. It helps when I live about 2 hours from home. So typically what I do, since we only race once a month in our series, I take, a weekend, I'll drive out Friday and get my car kind of ready to go as best I can. Luckily, I have an amazing team behind me that kind of does, most of the work, but I come in and get to help out for the weekend. So I'm not with them all the time. So, but I think my brother, he could have tried.
So what do you have planned for next year? Are you gonna do this series again?
That's in the discussion. That's what we're trying to figure out. We've been running at Flat Rock for a long time. We're pretty excited about the new pave, just like Kenyon had said already, and I think that's going to be cool. But we also have been talking the last few years about checking out some different tracks. Even before Owasso did all their work, we were kind of thinking about maybe going to Birch Run with the factory stock cars or Owasso, and just to kind of see what we got against other drivers, But
what about,
we don't know. We don't know for sure.
What about some dirt tracks?
Really
What about some dirt tracks?
I don't know. I've run that one dirt race at Oakshade in the Arnold Kirsch's 4-cylinder, and I don't know, man. I didn't like turning this way, and the car kept going straight. That wasn't very fun.
Well, you got to try it with a rear-wheel drive car.
I've had
at least once.
I think it would be fun. I know you guys do a good job down there.
So sponsors, who do you have to give shout out to helping you out this year?
I got a lot of people to thank. I'll start off with just kind of the crew and family. Obviously, thank my wife for letting me do this. I'm sure all the drivers who are married got to thank them first, right? But my dad, obviously, just kind of talked about him, and my brother, my uncle Chris has a big hand in working on the cars, and pretty much all my uncles are really supportive, calling us as soon as it's done. Arnold Kirsch, amazing help to our family. Sorry, I had to write these down when you were talking to. You were talking to Kenyon. I was like, oh crap, I should write this down. Don't want to miss anyone but Randy Gallagher again. So all those people are super helpful. Our sponsors, Action Drywall, came on this year, helping out with my dad and us, and Mount Clemens Trans with the Randas. They help out with our transmissions, and they're awesome people. And then my brother's company, J&R Transport, very thankful for them. And then lastly, all the people who follow us on YouTube, our Wild Racing YouTube channel. We've done a lot with that and get a lot of support from there. Just random people kind of giving us a couple bucks here and there just because they watch our videos, and that's super awesome.
Nobody gives us any money.
No.
Oh no, I guess we do have sponsors. I can't say that. Sorry.
But it was funny. Kenyon was talking about the that last lap battle of the 100 lapper, and that's I got all that on video, and it's actually the most viewed video I have on our channel with like 50,000 views.
Wow.
So Kenyon, I think, was about to say something about it. But I got to talk to him about that experience too. Just like, hey, are you okay with this? Like, sorry, your kind of mistake is kind of blowing up, man. I'm so sorry about that. But, he's like, hey, that's cool, man. It's good. People want to see it.
Hey, do me a favor. Once we get done here, paste the link in the comments of this so we can go take a look at it.
Yeah, we just do our race day vlogs. We do some shop stuff, but really just want to give people an insight into what our family does. And I think we started doing this racing vlog stuff before it was cool. It seems like everybody does it now, but like I think that Ryan Missler, you were showing the highlights of him. I think he does a YouTube channel now too.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah. I watched his Sunday morning thing, so he does a good job too.
Yeah.
So we've asked a couple of other drivers, what are your plans 5 years from now, 4 years from now? Family tradition, stay where you're at, or?
I would like to, personally, I'd like to try to get and race at some different tracks just for the fun of it, go drive somewhere. But, to do traveling, it's expensive. What kind of car to get for that? Modifieds, I think, are really cool. But I'm a youth pastor and I don't make a lot of money. So that's not, I don't know if that's going to work out too well. But I don't know. We saw the Ohio Wheelman series. Those things were sweet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put it in my dad's ear to get one, but
and they have some good payouts too.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would just I'd like to run kind of at some different tracks and just have some fun. I don't know what in yet, but always interested in that.
You got plans on New Year's Day?
I don't know what's that.
Hangover race at Sandusky Speedway.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know if my dad doesn't get too thrilled about that stuff.
He doesn't like the cold.
I don't know. I've done the I built a 4-cylinder front wheel drive car for some of those enduro races. I don't know if you've seen those bad Santa races that are Kalamazoo M40. I did those. Those were crazy, especially when they started letting the pickup trucks in and the minivans. But I think they got a 2-hour enduro race at Kalamazoo on the 30th, November 30th, and I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure.
Well, if you want they just did the hangover race is pretty much a regular race. It's not like an enduro or anything. It's there's 3 classes.
I've seen it. Yeah. I'll talk to Dad.
Bring your car.
I know he's watching, so maybe he'll bring it up.
You can race against a bunch of the dirt guys on asphalt.
Oh, there we go.
You can show them how it's done.
Maybe we'll see.
Maybe. All right, Kyle.
Talented man.
Yeah, well, some are maybe. I don't know. Congratulations again on the championship. Actually, congratulations to your entire family there for sweeping the top 3 spots. And we wish you best of luck on whatever you end up doing next year.
Yeah, hey, no, I appreciate you guys having us on, and thank you for what you're doing for short track racing.
Yeah, congratulations on a great run, and tell Arnold I said hello.
Oh, he's watching. He's been posting this all over Facebook.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, we'll see you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
There you go. Kyle Metdepenningen, your Factory 500 champion, and that leaves us with Mr. Brad Turner. Let's bring him in here. I think I added him in. Are you there, Brad? Hello, Brad.
Earth to Brad.
Well, we got a box now. Are you there? Brad Turner. Oh, well, now we have
something.
A desk.
Somebody looking
I think
at
it's
his
a
floor.
desk. No, it just. I'm guessing he's there, but we just can't hear him. He keeps flipping back and forth. It's pretty interesting, if nothing else. Do you have headphones maybe you could plug into? Well, I see the desk again. And he's gone. We had him, and then he's gone. Your factory stock champion. Hopefully he'll reconnect here in just a moment. In the meantime, how about we move ahead with a little bit of news while we wait for Brad to reconnect with us here. That means we have to do this one. Ready?
Latest racing news.
Oh, and I got to go and remute you again. That's one bug. Okay, so there's one bug I noticed here. Oh, I gave him my number so he can call. That's probably what's going on here. Before we get to the racing news, we'll
talk to Brad.
Talk to Brad here.
Hey,
Hammer Down Racing Report. Is this Brad?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we got you now. We saw your desk.
Okay. Yeah, I must not wasn't getting the mic or something. I don't know what's going on.
All good, man. Congratulations on your championship year this season in the factory stocks.
Thank you.
What does the championship mean to you?
Yeah, actually, it was kind of like a long time coming. I mean, it's been on and off with me racing in the factory stocks. I kind of started in about 2008 with in the enduros at Flat Rock, and then kind of just been working ever since doing that, and kind of just learning along the way and what does what, and then started. I kind of messed around with late models in 2012, and then obviously that got a little expensive, as everyone would say.
Oh yeah.
And then kind of went back to the factory stock thing and did that for a few years, and then obviously in 2020, everything that happened then, and then in 21 had another car that was kind of tucked away in the barn, and kind of was like, you know what, I think it's time to get that car out and bring it out and then see what we can do with it, and then basically make a long story short, come out, and everything that I've learned all the years is just everything worked out this year.
Now, are you having more fun in the factory stock than you did in the late model?
I would say, because it's more, I don't know, you can't really adjust on it too much, and it's pretty much what it is, and you just have to adapt on it, and basically you just drive the thing, and it just seems like it's just better, and And I've always been, attracted to like 80s NASCAR. So that's kind of what attracted me to being in the factory stock and just kind of having a passion for it.
Probably more affordable too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So were the 5 100 lap features part of the factory stock championship, or were those separate events from your championship?
So yes, they were combined. So you would have to run the 5 100 lap races to go for the overall championship for the normal 20 lap races. So there was those 5 races for the 100 lap, and then there was a few more after that. So it was like a total of 14 races, a total for the whole year. So I think that was the most. I think would be the biggest factory stock season they've ever had.
That's
so
a lot.
It was definitely challenging, no doubt.
Were all those races at Flat Rock?
No, there was a few at Toledo, and then there was Flat Rock as well. And then they had one 100 lapper at Toledo.
Oh,
so
wow.
you had to go do that to make that happen. So
Wow. So do you have a preference between Flat Rock and Toledo?
I would say that Toledo is probably more technical because it is shorter and it's more crunched, as in the corners and whatnot. But as Flat Rock, I would say Flat Rock would probably be my choice, my favorite track to race at.
Okay. Do you have to make any changes? You said you can't really change much on the car, but is there anything you do to set them up differently between Toledo and Flat Rock?
I say the only thing would probably be a couple of different spring rates, but nothing major.
Gotcha. So is there any one night that sticks out as being maybe the most memorable from this past season for you?
I would say when, as Kyle mentioned when he was on, about basically we were battling pretty much the entire race back and forth, probably for about 75 to 100 laps, and we were basically battling the whole race, and we never even touched. And I mean, we were just going at it, and I mean, it was like a photo finish at the end, and like I said, that was probably the funnest time I've ever had in a race car, because I mean, it was just on the whole time, and then basically you just didn't know who was gonna come out on top, and but at the end everything worked out, and he finished the 1, 2, 3, and I finished 4th, and I would say it was a great night.
We'd ask the other racers your thoughts on the repaving of the rock.
Oh, I would say definitely looking forward to it. It's definitely going to be just I think it's going to be just a smooth transition going around there, because it's kind of fresh, and you don't know, you kind of learn along the way over the years how the track is and how to take the corner and whatnot. But I would say it's probably just going to level the playing field, and it's going to definitely going to bring speeds up.
Now, do you have a preference between running the regular factory stock events or running the 100 lappers?
I enjoy doing both. I mean, I like being in the car longer, so I do like the 100 lappers. Just this past year, just didn't have really any luck with them. But towards the end of the season, everything just kind of fell back into place. Everything aligned, and basically that, like I said, that last race finished 4th, and pretty much that's what kind of sealed the deal about getting the championship, because I was such in a tight, close battle with Josh Bunning, but basically just needed to do what I needed to do to get the finish there, and then the last race had to do what I had to do to basically had to get fast qualifier, get 15 extra points to basically seal the deal to bring home the championship this year.
So you're gonna stick with the factory stock for next year?
That's the plan. Yeah, pretty much stick with that. Probably not maybe do the whole season, but we'll see what happens. Maybe even what Kyle was even saying, maybe venture out to a couple different tracks. Went out to Wausau. I was kind of impressed with what they had going on out there for that Reveal the Hammer race probably a few weeks ago. So just to kind of see what that was all about and kind of see how they ran things, and definitely was impressed what they had going on out there, just to change it up a little bit.
A lot of people talking about Owasso.
A lot of people talking about racing various racetracks instead of being tied to one.
Well, once you win that championship, then you gotta. What else is out there, right?
Winning another one.
Got to broaden the horizon.
Yeah. Who do you have to thank for getting this championship this year? Sponsors, crew members.
First off, I just would like to thank my dad for all the help that he helps me out with, when he can. And then I also would like to thank the Ida Blue Streak snack shop in Ida, and I also would like to thank Gino's Pizza in Ida for all their support and help this year to make this possible.
All right. Well, congratulations, Brad, and good luck again next year.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks, Ron.
See you guys.
See ya.
There you go, Brad Turner. I was looking for him on. I can't hear myself now.
Oh, I can hear you.
I see what I did. I hit that button.
I see.
I hit a button over here. It has nothing to do with this. I was looking for him on the screen to turn him off. I forgot he's on the phone. Oh, I got so confused. There's too much going on here. There you go. Brad Turner, your factory stock champion for 2024. So that is your...
and a good season for all of those guys.
The majority of...
right.
I didn't... Jim Froling and the Late Model Sportsman, right. I didn't get a chance to reach out to him. I got his number late from Brad.
Okay.
Brad, is it Hamby over there? And yeah. And it was another busy week at work. So, anywho, congratulations to all the champions there at Flat Rock and Toledo Speedways. Now, let's do a little bit of racing news, and then we're going to give away some pizza and sticker. A little bit of both. Let's do this, and then we're gonna do this again.
Latest racing news.
So we were talking about Rusty and Ryan Missler earlier. Yeah. Rusty Schlenk was crowned the Valvoline American Late Model Ironman Series champion Saturday at Richmond Raceway after his fourth-place finish in the Butterball Woodridge Memorial.
You know what? Talking about Fremont, I wonder if they could have an Ironman race next summer.
Well, they had a pretty good count. Was there 31 late models?
Yeah,
there,
and it was pretty well received in the grandstands. So,
well, you had the promoter in your truck that night, so maybe you have his ear. Maybe you could mention something to him. Speaking of which, we have the Hammer Down Hotline and something about that coming up. So something to look forward to. Saturday's NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval was a cutoff race for the playoffs. Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, Sam Mayer, Jesse Love, AJ Allmendinger, and Sammy Smith are all moving on in the playoffs in the Xfinity Series. Following post-race inspection in the Cup race, Alex Bowman was disqualified due to being light at the scales. It sounds like something that would happen at Eldora or something.
Yeah.
Joey Logano, who was originally eliminated from the NASCAR playoffs after finishing 8th, has re-entered the playoffs and will advance to the round of 8 along with Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, and Kyle Larson. So due to his being light at the scales, that knocks him out of the playoffs. That's a tough blow.
And I understand that they gave him several opportunities
just to make sure it was scales. And I think I read that Hendrick's not going to challenge the penalty there. So appeal it.
They must have been pleased with what they saw.
Haley Deegan news. You hear about her? Her plans for next year?
No.
She's going to be running the Indy Next series, the NXT series, I believe is Indy Next, in 2025 for HMD Motorsports. Indy Next is the premier developmental category for the IndyCar series.
Ooh.
So she's moving to open wheel. Thoughts?
I
thought she'd have a little more success in the stock cars after
her career has not been without.
She had some high expectations after getting the wins in the K&N series, K&N West series, I believe it was. And we talked to her shortly after that, and she seemed to be pretty gung-ho. And then she kind of worked through ARCA to, wasn't she running the Xfinity series?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of worked up kind of fast. Yeah, and truck series. It was a truck series I'm thinking of. But anyways, she's going open wheel racing next year. And finally, I don't know if you heard about this, but Shane Nolan died in a crash in an enduro race Sunday afternoon at Lernerville Speedway. He was flown by helicopter to an area hospital. He was pronounced dead Monday at 2:37 p.m., about 24 hours after the incident. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head and trunk. He was 51. So beyond that, I couldn't find any more information on what happened there. So, but tragic deal there. And I guess we're going to transition somehow to the Hammer Down hotline. We had a call this week. Again, you can always call the Hammer Down hotline anytime, day or night. Call, text 419-318-3081. I think that's what it says in that
it
tiny
is.
bit. Okay. Oh, you got the bigger screen over there, so you can read it better. Here's the call, Ron. Listen closely, because this is addressed to you specifically. You ready?
But I didn't do it.
Well, it's not yet. He wants you just...
Hammer Down Hotline.
Hi, guys. This is Don Henry, and I had a question for Ron. Wanted to know if next year when he comes down, when they run against the stocks, if I could drive his stock car or drive his truck, because I know I could do better than Rich. So I'll talk to you guys tonight. Thanks a lot. Bye.
So, yeah, I did. Rich Farmer was driving the 35 truck.
Yeah, well, back midsummer. Now, going back quite a few years, Rich had run trucks early on in his career, and then he ran the Crate Late Model Series, and he owns a sprint car team, and occasionally ran the 305s. And he came to me midsummer and said, "Hey, I see you've had a couple of guys in the truck, and they're guys that raced my trucks, and they had issues, and I let them run the feature in my truck." So anyway, Rich said, can I run your truck one night? I said, absolutely. Well, we ran out of nights until we got down to the last night, and said, "Hey, you going to run this thing or not?" And he did. He looked really, really good in hot laps, qualified pretty well. Didn't quite get it rotated in the heat race, and kind of bounced it off the wall a little bit. We got it fixed back, but it just wasn't right in the feature. And
He didn't make the feature.
No, I'm sorry, in the B-main.
B-main, okay.
Yeah, the car the truck just looked evil. So we'll get it sorted out. And
so you're going to let Don run next year?
Well, I don't know. Depends.
There you go. Get a hold of Ron Miller Race Cars. You got all off season to talk about it. So there you go. Again,
Dave Kemmer says Brian Ruhlman won his modified heat at Eldora.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I put the. I didn't. That's one thing I forgot to upload, the logo for the Hammer Down hotline. Again, if you want to call anytime, day or night, maybe you want to leave your opinion on the Ryan Missler Rusty Schlenk incident. We'd like to hear that. Again, it's 419-318-3081. Call or text anytime, day or night.
Yeah.
So that is...
We enjoy those.
Yeah, it's fun getting some input from the listeners. So let's give away some pizza. It's going to be this.
How many?
Mazza's Stone-Fired Pizzas up there in Point Place. Kind enough to let us give away pizza every week, and we appreciate that. Also a sponsor on the Goad Racing, one of the Goad Racing trucks.
Bradley.
Which
Bradley
that
Goad.
one's, has he made his debut in the truck yet?
No.
No, so probably next year
Yep.
he'll be making his debut. Anyways, Mazda Pizza. We're going to give away one large, one-item pizza. First, last week's How Many winner. How many competitors were going to be in the Hammer Down Clash and the late models combined at Fremont Speedway.
Right.
So we had 40 of the trucks and stocks, the Hammer Down Clash, and 31 late models. It's the same exact number as the week before, just a little bit distributed differently.
Yeah.
So you picked 83. You were a little more optimistic. I said 75. I was a little less optimistic. So
Scott Hammer,
So
you
yay me.
are the winner.
yay me! I don't win the pizza though. The pizza winner went to our closest guess of the listeners, and that was Matt Swander.
Really?
He was the only one. He guessed 71. So
Ooh, good job, Matthew.
I know Matt's over in Indiana. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. So let me know, Matt, if you want to come to Toledo to pick that up, or if you'd like to donate it to first responders like you've had in the past, or if there's someone else you want to give that to. I could take some Mazda's pizza. I'm just saying. So this week, and a chance to win a large one-item pizza from Mazda's Pizza in Point Place is going to have to do with what's going on at Eldora this weekend.
Something happening down there?
something is happening. Here is this week's how many. It's not really so much a how many as a number. The number of the winning car of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Track World Championship feature Saturday night at Eldora.
Okay.
And I got to pick first. Before I do that, though, I'll mention that if you want a chance to win that Mazda's Pizza, go ahead and put your guesses in the comments of the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. And we'll take those guesses up until, we'll say, 4 o'clock on Saturday, 4 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday. Again, it's the number of the winning car and if whoever's closest. So, and you don't have to put your name, just the number. You can go back to just the number for this. And then if nobody picks that the exact number, you're right. I'm trying to go over all the rules. If no one picks the exact number, it's whoever's closest. So say I see someone picked 66. So say a 67 car won. I don't know who's 67. Can't think of. Anyways, then the 66 guess there would probably be close. But I see a lot of 49s, and that's kind of what I was kind of leaning towards. But 32's been pretty good too.
Yeah, he has.
Is he running in that?
Yeah.
Because the World of Outlaws, they're not running until November, so Bobby's probably down there. I did see Mr. John Young picked a 32. I don't know. Would your pick be a 32 or a 49? I'm going to go with 49 because it's about right there in the middle.
I'm going 48.
Third. 48. There is no 48, is there? Who's 48?
That doesn't
I know
matter.
It covers
I'm
everybody.
one less.
Yes.
Anything
All
less
right.
than 49.
Well, if 71 wins or or 152, isn't that Mike Marler's number? Yeah. All right, so there you go. You have until 4 o'clock. 99. I was actually thinking 99.
Yeah.
That's another definite Devin Moran there. Go ahead and put your guess in the comments. You have until 4 o'clock Saturday, and you cannot change your guess. Once you put your guess in, you're locked in. If you do change your guess, you will be black flagged. So there you go. And we'll find out who wins that pizza next week. Or if you're paying attention Saturday night, you could probably figure out who wins the Mazda's Pizza. Stick around. We're going to be giving away the DCR Graphics Hammer Down Race Report window sticker. No hashtag DCR tonight. I saw a few of those earlier, so you don't need to do that. We're going to be doing the super easy race trivia. But in order to win, and actually we'll need your help on this. If you do plan on entering, I'm going to post this link once again because we'll need to see the names. And right now the names are blocked unless you allow it because of Facebook security deals. So all we see is Facebook user for a lot of folks. We can see what you type. We just can't see who it is typing it. But if you go here, and please come back after going there, it's posting to everything, Twitch and YouTube. But only the Facebook users need to go there, I believe. Yeah,
I think the
YouTube ones are showing.
YouTube folks are.
Yeah, I can see those. So just our Facebook listeners, click on that link I just put in the comments, thetalkstudio.streamlabs.com and /Facebook is what it is. And it'll ask, is it okay to share your whatever it says? And just click yes. And basically that allows Facebook to share your username and I believe your icon or your little picture there. So we can actually see who's making those comments. And you'll need to allow that for us to put your name in the wheel we're going to spin a little bit later for this
shortly.
Sticker. Yeah, very shortly. Right after we tell you about what's happening this weekend with your Mazda's race menu. And I got a little key here, so it's this one right here.
This weekend's racing menu.
So one thing I don't like, they don't have the titles of the little videos. It's just the little thumbnails.
Yeah.
So I have my little key.
Guess.
I have my little key here. So yeah, it looks like this. See the little squares I wrote. That's a technical thing. So tonight, Eldora Speedway, 44th Dirt Track World Championship starts. UMP Modifieds qualifying in heats and a B main and a full program for the Super Stocks. And that is underway right now, I do believe. General admission was $15, and there's $70 for a 3-day package. Tomorrow, back in action at Eldora Speedway for night number 2, the 44th Dirt Track World Championship with a $5,000 to win modified championship. Steel Block late model qualifying heats, B mains, and Lucas Oil late models Dirt Series qualifying and heats. Gates scheduled to open at 2, racing at 8. General admission $25, and you can get a 2-day package for Saturday and Friday and Saturday for $60. And then Saturday, the 44th annual Dirt Track World Championship, $5,000 to win. Steel Block Late Model Championship, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series B Mains, the Jim Dunn Memorial, and the $100,000 to win Dirt Track World Championship for the late models there. Gates open at noon on Saturday. Racing schedule start at 6:30. General admission is $45 there at Eldora Speedway. Also in action on Saturday. I know I saw this and had the same thought you did a little bit there, kind of like, well, son of a bitch. Sandusky Speedway's in action.
Yeah.
It's not the Hammer Down Clash, though. Must-see racing Midwest Light Series plus Open Compacts will be in action at Sandusky Speedway. Gates open at noon with racing at 3 on Saturday afternoon. General admission is $12. They usually, the must-see guys, they rent the facility, so I don't believe it's the Sandusky guys running that show like it would have been had we had the Hammer Down Clash that was originally scheduled before the tragic death of our friend Chris Mize. So it's not going to be the same going there on New Year's Day without seeing Chris driving around smoking in his truck.
That's it, yeah.
That is your Mazda's Pizza racing menu for this weekend. How is the weekend weather pit stop forecast looking?
I think we're looking good, Scott.
I think we are too.
Yeah,
my yard would disagree, but
yeah.
But I think you're right. That's supposed to rain until forever, right?
Yeah. Sometime towards the end of the 10-day cycle, yeah.
Other series action, including our friends down under, High Tech Speedway Toowoomba, the V8 Dirt Modifieds, Modified Sedans, Production Sedans, AMPCAs, and Lightning Sprints will be in action on Saturday. Murray Bridge Speedway in action with Modified Series East Side Bearings Series, Round 1. The MJJS Street Stock Series, Round 3. Wingless Sprints, Modifieds, V6 Sprints, and Classics on Saturday. So a lot going on at Murray Bridge.
Yeah.
World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. They'll be running.
I think that before you leave Australia, I think the Motorplex is running on this weekend.
Dave did not give me that.
Ooh.
Producer Dave did not give me that.
Oh, no.
Dave, if you could check on that.
I saw the nominations. So
Did you?
Yeah.
That's where our friend Hot Rod Ronnie's working.
Veronica and Brad Blake.
Oh, look at that. Doug Frost donates the pizza to us.
Oh.
For next week's show. Okay, so we'll give away 2 pizzas next week.
Cool.
All right. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Or maybe, Scott, that link comes up blank. It worked for Doug, because I could see Doug Frost and Nancy Schoenauer. Well, it's working for some people there. Other action, where was I? Oh, World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, Federated Auto Parts Route 66 Showdown at the dirt track at Route 66 Raceway. What the heck was that?
Oh, no.
Is that my dog? That's going to be in Joliet, Illinois, Friday and Saturday, October 18th and 19th. Then we have NASCAR Xfinity Series action, the Ambetter Health 305 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That'll be Saturday at 7:30 on the CW. These times are Eastern. Again, NASCAR Cup Series, South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That'll be Sunday at 2:30 on NBC. And Formula One.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Pirelli United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas down there in Texas. That'll also be on Sunday, and that'll be televised at 3 o'clock on ABC.
So dueling races.
Yeah, so stock cars on NBC and Formula One on ABC. Typically, NASCAR does get higher ratings than the Indy, which is weird because a lot of the IndyCar stuff is on the broadcast networks, and they put a lot of the NASCAR stuff on the cable streaming platforms.
Yeah, I never understood that.
And even more next year, so get used to it. And that is your
Mazda's Pizza
race menu
racing menu
for this weekend. So again, we're going to do our new quiz here, our new contest. But before we do, just make sure that you go here. Why can't I paste it? There we go. Let's see.
Where'd it go?
We'll share that to our Facebook listeners. That link there should take you to a screen. I wonder if I'm going to click on it. What happens if I click on it? We'll see what happens. This way I know what happens. I'm also giving people time to click on that. So basically it allows us to see your names. Streamlabs Talk, so you see the live comments. So yeah, if you go there and then there's a button, it looks like Let Streamlabs Talk Studio see your Facebook live comments. So if you click that button, you got to scroll down a little bit when you go to that page. That should pop up a little thing that says you previously logged in.
Continue as Scott.
Yeah. All right.
But if yours says continue as Scott, probably don't click it.
Yeah. All right. There's James David, so he's showing up. So
okay.
Some of these, we're getting some names happening here. All right. So here we go. The super easy race trivia question for a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker courtesy of DCR Graphics. First 3 correct answers typed in the comments.
Go into the wheel.
Will be, going to the wheel. And this is for people on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. But if you're on Facebook, you have to have
you gotta
click that link so we can see your name. And no, whoever Can You See Me just put on there cannot. But Dave Kemmer, Perth is running sprint cars, late models, speed cars, wingless sprints, and Formula 500 on Saturday. So late edition there too. We're just adding that to the menu at the last moment. That's the special of the week. It's on the board. We wrote it on the board.
That's it.
So here is your question.
Keeping Dave honest.
Yes. Good job, Dave. Your super easy race trivia question.
This is a toughie now.
It is a toughie. I did have 2 of them out here, but I figured I'd go with the easier one. The first one, this is not it, so don't put, John, we can see yours. You're good. If you want to put I guess they wouldn't know which ones we're seeing, would they? So, if you want to put your comment in, I'll let you know who we're seeing here. I see John Young. I see Dave Kemmer. I see James David. I see Facebook user. Doug Frost is on there. Nancy Shaneauer. I see us. Oh, wait, that was my comment. That's why that was us. Skylar Hovis on YouTube. Facebook user. Hovis Racing on Facebook we're good with them. Doug Frost again. Dave Cameron. And these are all Facebook users. Nancy. Oh, look, it does go back. I think once you do it, then it.
So I wonder if they'll have to do that every week.
I think once you do it, it should be good.
You'll be grandfathered in.
Sabrina Stamper, yep, we got you. I see Perry Cox in the comments, but it doesn't show his name on there. And me. All right, so we'll tell you what we'll do since this is the first time we're doing it. Put your answer and then your name. So there'll be 2 things in the comments. So does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So that way we can know who it is. So again, your answer first. And then I'm glad we see you too, Hovis Racing. So put your answer to the super easy trivia question first, and then put like a hyphen or something, and then your name, so we know who it is. Just since this is the first week we're doing this, the original question, and this isn't the one we're using tonight, was going to be who is. We'll see if you can answer this, Ron. Who was the 1969, 70, 71, 72 Flat Rock Speedway late model track champion?
Joy Fair.
Yep, that was an easy one.
Ta-da.
See, super easy trivia. And the question we're going to ask is even easier than that.
More easier?
More easier. So here we go. Here is your question. I don't have this typed out, so just listen. This is it. I think you can get this. Again, put your answer - your name in the comments if you're on Facebook.
Or if you've already clicked that, you probably don't have to put
Probably not, but do it just to be safe, and we'll let you know. So here we go. Who was the last late model feature winner at Fremont Speedway? Who could it be? Who could it be? First 3 correct answers will get added to the wheel, and we'll spin the wheel among those 3 to determine the winner. So let's see. There's a delay, so we got to wait till we start getting the answers here.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we talked about it earlier in the show, early tonight. Okay, I see 3, and one of them I don't know who it is because you didn't put your name after it, and it says Facebook user. But we have 3, so First and last name. Gonna have to go with first and last name. Need first and last name. So like this one here, I don't know who that is because you didn't put your last name. That is the correct answer. Just a super hint there. So let's see. Did we get 3 now? So we got John Young, we got Hovis Racing, and it looks like Doug Frost. You are the 3. Chris Shanauer, we got you, but you came in 4th there. Now I'm just clicking on things. So let's put these guys on the wheel. Doug Frost, John, you have Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers. Why do you need more? And who was the 3rd one I said? Hovis Racing. Hovis Racing, I believe you have one too. Yeah. Oh, you can never have too many. Hovis Racing. Again, this is good for the Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers, courtesy of DCR Graphics. So here we go. Let's add the wheel in. I understand. Bam. So there, let's see what we look like here. I think, what happens if we do this? We can put ourselves up there. We can go over here. We can be tiny. Let's go up here. We'll be above it. So here we go. Our 3 finalists for our first ever Super Easy Racing Trivia. And a chance to win that Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker. Doug Frost, Hovis Racing, John Young. We'll find out who that winner is going to be.
It looks like Hovis Racing.
Yeah, or Doug Frost, maybe. Oh, it's John Young.
Oh, that was close.
Congratulations, Mr. John Young. You have yourself one of these guys.
Yeah.
There, since we're tiny up there. Let's get rid of this in my share screen. Okay. And, yeah, I think that's about it. I think we're about done then.
Yeah.
Congratulations, John. And I think it was less buggy than last week. We had a few little growing pains because it's a brand new system for us.
And we'll see if we can improve on.
And hopefully we'll see if, those names. I'll share that link out in a post on the Hammer Down Racing Report Facebook page. So during your free time, maybe you can click on that link and I believe it will be good for forever or until Facebook decides to change its privacy rules. Yeah. So again, all that does is it just allows us to see your name instead of Facebook user. And supposedly it said it's supposed to make it so it shows your profile image, I do believe, but it's just showing the. Yeah. Oh, it does. It shows it when I share it over there. Huh.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't show it in our little things, but yeah, I guess it does when we do that. So there you go. Congratulations, John Young, on that, and thanks to associate producer Dave Kemmer, contributors John Young, Dean Henry, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on X, Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube. Don't forget to call the Hammer Down hotline, 419-381-3018. 1881. We know our another 318-3081. 419-318-3081.
Why did you question me?
I didn't. I think you were wrong, weren't you?
No, I said 81.
No, I think you said something else. I think you said like 42 or something.
Yeah, whatever, Scott.
Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. Everything you need to know is there. Rate and review us. Share us with your friends. It helps us out. Thanks to our sponsors. Victory Fuel. I like the purple potion. Very good. You got the Lucky Lemon over there again?
I like Lucky Lemon.
DCR Graphics, Dominator Race Products, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dippin' Motorsports, Magic Moment Entertainment. And again, don't forget, mention Hammer Down Racing Report, save $100. Thanks to our guests this week, the Toledo and Flat Rock champions, Connor Zbozien, Kenyon Knight, Kyle Metdepenningen, and Brad Turner. Next week, we're back with the Oakshade champions. I haven't reached out to anybody yet, so if you haven't heard from me, that's why. I've been a little busy. And hopefully, I've been kind of bouncing back and forth with what's-his-face from Montpelier. Milkman?
Yeah.
I think that's what he's calling himself, yeah. He's busy. He's running Eldora this weekend, so we'll try and circle back with him on Monday, get him on with a little preview for the Monster Mash coming up at Montpelier Speedway the following week. And just as a reminder, there is no, we we will not have a show in 2 weeks, which will be the 31st, Halloween. We're too scared to have a show that night, so we're going to cower and hide. Also take a break and scare little kids and give away candy. Ron, you're welcome to come. I know you said you don't get much traffic.
I won't see anybody.
Okay. Well, fine. So that's going to do it for this edition of the Hammer Down Race Report. If you can, get out and support your local track, Sandusky Speedway or Eldora. I guess they're kind of local. So there you go. Hopefully when I click on this button here, it's going to play our show close all by itself, which will be pretty cool, won't it? So until next Thursday, 7 o'clock, don't forget to tune in for Oak Shade Champs. Have a good weekend. We'll see you then.
See you, folks.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.